Arise, Queens. This is the All Queens Army, where women are provided with the tools you need to overcome your fears, face your flaws, and experience breakthroughs as you develop self-esteem so strong you emanate royalty. Now, for your host and commander of the All Queens Army, Breizy Time.
Welcome to the All Queens Army podcast. This is your girl, your host, Breizy Time. I am here again with another episode of the All Queens Army. And today we're going to be talking about a topic that came from a conversation I had with a young lady a couple days ago. And I really wanted to speak on it. I am going to tell you guys the story because you know I love telling y'all a juicy story. So make sure you go grab your queen mug. If you guys don't know what a queen mug is, you can check the website. It is a mug for us as queens. It says we are queens, honey. And so anyway, because I am pouring the tea, make sure you grab your queen mug. Also, make sure you guys, so that you know when a new episode comes out, make sure you go to the website or to SoundCloud or to Apple Podcasts or to Google Play and subscribe to the podcast. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get started now that all of that fun stuff is out of the way. And I want to tell you guys a story. So sip on this tea. A couple days ago, I was having a conversation with a woman and she was telling me about a situation she's in with a dude. So she was telling me about a relationship where there was a man who came into her life that she hadn't talked to for quite some time. She was telling me about reconnecting with the guy and she was really excited about it, so on and so forth. I listened to her. I was really, really happy for her. Of course, I want all of the queens to find happiness, to find love, to find what they deserve, because we all deserve to be happy in whatever situation we choose to be in. A couple days later, she called me to tell me that this man told her that unfortunately they could not move forward, or that he was going to be moving on and they couldn't see each other anymore because him and his child's mother were getting back together. To be quite honest, I saw this coming. The way she described the relationship, to me, it just didn't seem like it was one that was going to be going somewhere. It didn't seem like a relationship that was going to be making any headway. What she described seemed to be more of a situationship, seemed to be more of a little bit of a jump off, seemed to be more of a little bit of a side piece. I didn't want to tell her that because I didn't know the whole situation. I'm only looking from the outside in of what she's telling me, and I could have been completely wrong. But that was what my gut was telling me, and I just didn't say anything, honey, because I don't like to rain on people's parade. If you celebrating, baby, I'm celebrating with you. If I had more insight, like if I personally knew her and him and I could see something clearly, I probably would have given my sis a little bit of a heads up. But remember, it was one conversation and all I was getting from her was, just one side of the story. And it was maybe a 20-30 minute long conversation. So I didn't have a ton of details to really make that much of an assessment where I felt confident enough to tell her, sis, this dude might not be really that into you. So I just didn't feel like I had enough information to share that with her. So I chose to just try to be a good friend and listen and smile and congratulate and celebrate with her because she was genuinely happy and in a good place. So again, fast forward a couple days later, and she's now telling me that he's told her that he is going to be getting back with his baby mama and moving back in with her and all of this good stuff. And so, of course, needless to say, she was upset. She was a little heartbroken. She shed a couple tears while we were talking. I listened to her. I was a shoulder for her to lean on. I was trying to make her feel better, make sure that she didn't feel damaged, you know what I mean? Or make sure she didn't feel she was losing value, and keeping her self-esteem high and telling her that she was beautiful and that she was worthy. I was trying to keep her in a high space because I didn't want her to feel less than because this man was choosing to go back into a previous situation that he was in. So moving forward, the conversation started to turn into where she was like telling me about the text messages that he had sent her. She was also telling me about like more details about the conversations that she was having with him after he had told her that he didn't want to deal with her anymore. And so in listening to her explain some of the things that the guy was saying to me, I saw it very clearly, like, oh, well, yeah, he's trying to make sure you understand that he's going to be in a relationship, but it seems like he's still trying to get a little something. It seems like he's still trying to keep the sexual part of their relationship going while he moves on. Like it was almost, the way I took it was like he's trying to tell you, hey, I'm going back into this relationship with my child's mother, but we can still hook up. That's the clear message I was getting from the text messages between the two of them that she was reading to me, and the way she described their subsequent conversations. That's what I took out of it. At this point, I wasn't telling her that though, because again, I'm listening listening. I'm trying to be a listening ear. I'm trying to be open-minded. So she's telling me this. And then this is the part that completely stopped me in my tracks and really what today's episode is going to be about. As she continues to talk about the text and the conversation, she says to me, but I know he doesn't mean it. He loves me and he wants me. Baby, girl, I was floored. Floored, honey. Sis, what are you talking about? So y'all, seriously, like if y'all could have seen my face. Now at this point, me and her I'm talking on the phone. So thank God she couldn't see my face. I was floored, honey. Because to me, I'm thinking, girl, he's telling you that he's going back into a situation with his baby mom. And he's also trying to leave the door open to allow for you to still participate in some sexual activity. He's trying to make you a motherfucking jump off, girl. Like he is trying to make you a jump off, okay? He trying to make you a side piece. That's how I saw it. Funny thing is, with her being in the situation, she didn't see it that way. She didn't see it like he's trying to make me a jump off. She really saw that he is like in love with her, that he's afraid to love her, that he's afraid to be with her, and he's afraid to commit to her, because she was telling me like they had been messing around years before. What she was telling me was that years before, he felt like she broke his heart. She left him or something to that effect. And so basically now, fast forwarding into today, that he has a fear or a phobia of like committing to her or being with her because she hurt him in the past. Right. So in other words, she was making excuses for his behavior or his communication. She was basically justifying the fact that he's only telling me that he doesn't want to be with me and that he's going back to someone else because he's afraid to commit to me, because he thinks I'm going to hurt him. And that's how he's willing to deal with it. But see, he's still trying to hold on. He's still trying to hold on to me. He's still trying to keep the door open. He's still trying to remain a factor in my life. And that's what she saw. Okay. Now I told y'all what I saw. I saw that he's telling you, hey, I'm with someone else, but I still want to hook up. That's what I saw. So it's so interesting that as women, we see what we choose to see in certain situations. I know this doesn't just apply to women, because I know men do it too, but we're queens and this is the All Queens Army. So we're talking to each other. I find it interesting that we as women do that we can hear what a man is saying to us and we can still turn that into what we think it means. Okay, so today's episode is all about, ladies, queens, stop dissecting what a man is saying to you. He said what he said. If a man can say to you that he wants to be with another woman, that he is with another woman, that he has another woman, leave him the fuck alone, y'all. Leave him alone. He don't want you. I know this is harsh, and some of y'all might not agree, but that's how I feel. And I know there's all kinds of different scenarios and situations that could be a part of this type of story, but most of the time, y'all, if the dude say that he is with someone else, talking to someone else, dealing with someone else, in love with someone else, if there is another woman in the picture, period, that's what it is. Don't try to convince yourself that, but he loved me, but he's still calling me, but he's still in my inbox, but he's still reaching out to me. Oh, he with her, but he want me. Girl, if he wanted you, he would be with you, period. If he wanted you, he would be with you, and he wouldn't be with anybody else. There would be no talk of another woman. There would be no interest in another woman. There would be no looking at another woman. If he wants you, then he would be with you. So again, this episode, please y'all, please queens, stop trying to dissect what men are saying. He said what he said. And I'm gonna give y'all a couple of reasons why it's important to just take what a man says at his word when it comes to him telling you how he feels about you. Now, I'm just isolating that because there's a lot of times that you shouldn't take a man at his word, because you know sometimes men are lying and they are being deceitful to us. So I'm not saying just listen to any. I'm specifically talking about when a man tells you that he doesn't want you for whatever reason, and I don't care how passively he says it. If he tells you that, if he's showing you that, get the hell out of there. Run, bounce, dip, bye-bye, chuck them the deuces. Do something, right? Don't keep yourself in a situation with a person who can tell you that, making an excuse that, oh, he's doing it for X reason or Y reason. It doesn't matter why he's doing it. And you have to know that you deserve more, okay? So let me go into a couple of the things that I wanted to talk about of why we should absolutely not try to make excuses for what a man is saying, and why we should not be trying to dissect their words. So here's number one. A lot of times I hear women say, well, he just doesn't know how to communicate properly, or he's saying this, but he's doing that, or he's saying one thing, but he's treating me another way. Let me be clear, ladies. It doesn't matter what he means. It doesn't matter what the intent is. It doesn't matter what he'd like to say. It doesn't matter what he hopes for. What matters is what he's man enough to say to you. If a man is not man enough, if he has not figured it out, if he's not willing to put in the energy to figure out how to properly communicate that he wants you, what he wants from you, or how he feels about you, good, bad, or indifferent, he is not worthy, girl. He is not worthy of you. He is not. There are some men, y'all, who are the worst communicators in history. But if that man wants you bad enough, he will figure out how to express that to you in a way that is clear to you that you understand. Like, if a man really loves you, if he really values you, he will figure out how to communicate that to you so that you know, because he wants you to know, because he wants you to agree to be with him. So listen, men, when they want something, they will figure it out. We don't have to sit here and make excuses for men about why they're not good communicators. We don't have to sit here and make excuses for men about why they aren't doing something at top level. That's why so many of us get caught up in a man's potential. Like, girl, who cares about his potential, baby? His potential doesn't matter. What he's willing to do is what matters. And conversation and communication is something that you do. So we have to stop making the excuse that, oh, well, he's afraid and he's trying to push me away because he loves me. Girl, no, he's not. Okay, he's trying to push you away because he hasn't chosen you as the person that he wants to commit to. He's not choosing you. And baby, that's okay. That's okay. It is so much better to know and to accept that you're not the one for him, and that he's not going to make the commitments, that he's not willing to do the work, that he's not willing to put forth the effort. It's better to know. It's better to know. While it may be hurtful to us and it may be like a little bruise and a little shock to our ego, it's better to know that he's not willing to commit. It's better to know that he's not going to do what needs to be done. It's better to know that now than to get into a situation with him and then be looking back 3, 4, 5 years later and saying, shit, I wasted my time. He still won't communicate. He's still not direct. He's still not clear. Like, could you imagine being in a relationship or being in a situation with a person and you're 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years down the line and you're still making excuses for why he can't be honest and upfront and direct with how he feels about you, or what he wants for you, or what y'all plans are with your life, or what direction y'all going in? Like, could you imagine that? So listen, if he's doing that now, even if you do believe that he does love you, but he's just not able to communicate it with you properly, or whatever the case may be, even if y'all do believe that that's what's going on, he's still not worthy. That behavior is still not worthy of you. You are worth more than that, queen. I promise you, you're worth more than that. The right man who values you and who loves you the way you are supposed to be valued and loved, even if he's the worst communicator, baby, I'm telling you, he will try to communicate. He will make an effort. He will make an attempt. He will ask you for help. He's not going to just lean on the excuse that he's not good at telling you how he really feels. That's bullshit. So we have to stop listening to that stuff, y'all. So the number one point with this one is, it doesn't matter what the man meant to say. It doesn't matter what he's trying to say. It doesn't matter what his intentions are. It doesn't matter if, girl, he loved me, but he's scared. That shit doesn't matter. All of that equals he ain't the one, period. Or maybe he ain't the one right now. Moving on. Here's another thing. I don't want you queens to diminish your value. If you deal with a man who won't be direct right now, if you tolerate that right now, if you're making excuses for a man's behavior, you'll continue to get that from him throughout the course of your dealings with said man. And you don't want that. And again, you don't deserve that. So don't diminish your value. Don't allow men to tell you why they can't give you 100%. Or don't let a man tell you only with her because we have a kid, or I'm unhappy with her, or yeah, she doesn't satisfy me sexually. I hear so many crazy things, y'all. I hear so many crazy things. But I hear women say the weirdest things to justify why they are dealing with a man who's not committing to them 100%. And it doesn't matter whether he has another woman, whether he's a married man and you messing with him, or he could be single as fuck and he still just won't commit to you. Or y'all could just be in a dating situation. It doesn't matter what the situation is, y'all. Know your worth. Know what you're worth. No, please, y'all. We're queens. I know everyone that's listening, you are absolutely beautiful. You have some great qualities. Yes, we have our flaws, but we all have we have great qualities, and we have so much to offer to a relationship. And you deserve to have someone that at bare minimum can figure out and learn how to be honest with you and direct with you and open with you. And if a man is telling you that there is a reason for him not being open, for him not giving you his heart, for him being a little bit distant, for him kind of pushing you away, for him telling you he can't commit, whatever the man is telling you, all of that shit is just an excuse for why he won't commit. The bottom line still is that it's not you he's choosing. I don't care if he love you, but he's scared. It doesn't matter if he want to be with you, but he been hurt so many times. I'm telling you, queens, men make up so many different reasons and excuses as to why they won't commit, or why they won't stay in a situation, or why they won't open up and love you. They make so many different excuses. And we have to stop taking those excuses and justifying that. We have to stop listening to those excuses and continuing to feed their bullshit. We have to know that our value and our worth is more than that. That's point number 2. Stop diminishing your value. No, there's a man out there who would be willing to tell you openly, honestly, and directly, and you won't be confused, that he wants you 100% and only you. There are men out there like that, y'all. Wait for that. Don't sit up there teeter-pattering, teeter-tottering with a goddamn man who won't be that open with you. Don't make excuses for him. Don't tolerate that. Don't say, oh yeah, girl, he has some bad situations, or he got mother issues, or, his mother died when he was young. All of those things may have happened, but it doesn't mean that you tolerate less than what you deserve. And again, the reason that it is important that we make sure that a man is being direct and open and honest with us and forthright coming to us saying, hey, I want you. The reason that that's important is because throughout your relationship with that person, you have to have communication. Without communication, you have no relationship. Your relationship won't thrive. It won't grow. It'll end. So you have to be with a man can show you that he's willing to communicate with you open and honestly. He may not be perfect at it, but that he's willing to try and he's willing to make an effort. So we have to stop with the excuses. There is no excuse for a man to tell you that he doesn't want you or to push you away. There's no excuse for any of that. So stop making excuses for them, because again, ladies, you are diminishing your value. And when you tolerate that, you wind up getting strung along for years. And you don't want that. You don't want to waste your time. That's what makes us frustrated, angry, and bitter, because we allow people to waste our time. So don't do that anymore, okay? All right, queens, we're moving on. The last point that I want to make, don't take his actions and or his words and turn them into what you want them to mean. And it happened in the situation with the woman I was just talking about when I started this story. So an example of that is, and what I mean by turning his actions or words into what you want them to mean, there are some women that I've talked to who, let's say, you were with a man and he's your ex now. Y'all not together anymore. And he's moved on. He's with another woman, got remarried, got a new girlfriend, whatever the case may be. And a lot of times, especially when we have kids with said people, a lot of times what I hear women say is stuff like, girl, he still want me. Or girl, he still texts me. Or girl, he didn't even want me to know he was in another relationship. Or girl, he called me real late last night talking about where the baby, and girl, knowing daggone while she was asleep because he just wanted to see what I was doing. Or girl, he's still upset, or he mad because I had a friend. Or girl, yeah, he jealous because, I'm talking to another guy. I think y'all get the point. The list goes on and on and on. I hear this so much from women. Ladies, queens, stop doing that, please, y'all. If he has moved on and or you have moved on, or let's just say neither one of y'all have moved on, but y'all have chosen not to be together anymore, leave it at that. Stop thinking that because he did this, that means he cares about me still. Because he told me that means he still cares about me still. Because he said this, he's jealous because of this with me now. Girl, if y'all broke up, if y'all not together, even if y'all weren't ever together, even if it's somebody that you like and, he ain't showing you that he like you back, stop trying to turn their actions into that they still want you, or that they're still interested, or that they are jealous. Because here's the bottom line. Maybe they are, but so the fuck what? It is only damaging to you to believe those things. Whether or not they're true is neither here nor there. Maybe he is jealous. Maybe he does miss you. Maybe he does still want you. Maybe he does regret letting you go. But so the fuck what? Stop it, y'all. You're only hurting yourself, because what you're doing is you're still entwining your energy with his energy. If y'all are broke up, if y'all are not together, if y'all have decided that the relationship is over, or y'all decided y'all not right for each other, or y'all not dating anymore, whatever the situation is, y'all, let it go. Don't keep talking about him wanting you. Stop. Why do you care? Why do you even want him to still want you? That's the main question. If y'all have decided that y'all aren't together anymore, why do you even want for him to still want you? And even if he does still want you, why does it matter? Why do you care? Why are you talking about it? Why is it even something that's on your mind? Why is it in the forefront of your brain? The things that you don't care about, that don't matter to you, that are neither here nor there, you don't speak on. So the fact that you're even speaking on him still wanting you, him still liking you, him still flirting with you is weird to me. Why do you care about that? Why? Why are you even bringing that energy of your past relationship into your current world? So what if you are with a different guy, you're dating a new guy now, and you still talking to your girlfriends about how your baby daddy still wants you? Grow up. Stop doing that, because what you're doing is you still are bringing the energy of your past relationship into your present, and you don't want that. And your new guy don't want to feel no energy of what's going on or what had gone on between you and your ex. That shit is in the past for a reason. Let it stay there. Even if he does still want you back, even if he does still do little things that make you think that he still cares about you, hell, he might. I mean, girl, you the shit. Why wouldn't he? Hell, if I was with some of y'all shit, I'd be mad too y'all moved on. You know, shit, y'all the shit. But what I'm saying is, what you do by doing, the reason I said it's hurting you is because what you're doing by doing that is you're pulling that old energy into your present. And you got to leave the past in the past, because what he feels right now doesn't matter anymore. You're not together. It's over. Okay. So either if it is true that he still wants you or whatever, so the fuck what? Move on. Don't pull that old energy into your new life. Leave it where it was. And then for the other half of you queens, sometimes I don't even think the dude be worrying about y'all no more. I don't even think the dude be wanting y'all no more. I don't even think that half of the shit y'all saying that he's doing, oh girl, he still care, he's still calling, he's still texting, he's still doing this, he's still doing it. Girl, I think that he might just be calling and texting to ask a general question. It could be anything. It doesn't mean he wants you. And it is really unhealthy for you to continue to think that someone wants you if they don't. Again, it diminishes your value. It diminishes your value, because it is not cute for a man to want you if he ain't willing to just be with you. Who gives a shit if he wants you if he's not willing to just step up to the plate and make you his woman and let the world know? It makes you look stupid. Actually, that you're talking about this dude want me, but you know, I know he with another girl, or I know he's married, or I know he's moved on, or I know he moved out, whatever. He's not with you. So you look kind of silly talking about the fact that he still wants you. So the point of that topic was, stop turning his actions into what you think it means. What you think his action means doesn't matter when y'all ain't together. If he don't want you or you don't want him, it doesn't matter. Let it go, ladies. Stop. Again, because what y'all doing is, once a relationship is over, once a situation is over, once a situationship is over, once you're not dating anymore, once you've made the decision that y'all ain't for each other, let it go. Stop talking about it. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have vent sessions with your girlfriends. You can, but we have to start to have healthy conversations. Queens, we're getting old. You know what I'm saying? We're transitioning into different phases of our lives now. We're in late 30s, pushing 40. We can't keep having the same conversations about exes and dudes from our past like we in our 20s. It's time to grow up, right? When something is over, it's over. Let it go. Let all the energy with it go. I'm telling you, it's cleansing. And I'm not trying to come for anybody's neck. I'm not trying to make anybody look bad, feel stupid, anything. We have to stop living in that illusion of, oh, but he still wants me, or he still like me, or he only saying this because he's scared to communicate, and he got these issues from his past. Or in his past relationships, he was able to get away with it. Girl, none of that shit matters. None of it matters. You're worth more. I don't care what he did in his past. I don't care what kind of person he was. I don't care what he's not good at. If the man wants you, he'll try to be better at it for you because he wants you, period. And that's all you need to know. And if he's not willing to do that, the healthiest thing for us to do is admit that this man does not see enough of my worth or my value because he's not willing to make a change, to make an effort to do what it takes to tell me, to make me his woman, to tell me he loves me. See, the thing is, as women, we don't require men to be perfect. We don't require them to communicate perfectly. We don't require them to come to us in a perfect way and get down on one knee with flower roses and petals and everything just to say, hey, be my girlfriend. It's not that serious. All we want is just some direct communication and know that it's me you want, and know that you're ready to commit, and know that you're ready to ride and die and hold on to this bad boy and work through all of our problems together. We want the commitment. We want the security. We want to know that you love us. We want to know that you're in it for the long haul. We just want to know. And if he can't tell you that, and he gives you 100,000 excuses for why he can't do it, why he can't commit, all that stuff, girl, all of that shit that he's going to say to you is to soften your heart and to make you feel bad. It's a guilt trip. And he's trying to make you feel bad so that you tolerate his half-ass behavior. And you don't deserve half-ass behavior. You deserve the world, queen. So stop accepting dirt. You don't deserve that. Value yourselves, queens. I think all of you are absolutely beautiful. And I haven't even seen any of y'all. Well, I've seen some of y'all. But anyway, I love you, queens. Today's segment is from the Motivator segment. It is all about speaking positively, motivating us as queens so that we increase our self-esteem, our self-worth, and our self-value, and we know who we are. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the tea that I poured today. Don't be like that young lady that I was talking about at the beginning of this episode, okay? Don't be like that. If a man wants you, if he values you, if he wants you to be a part of his life, he will be direct. He will let you know. You will know for sure, okay? And if he's not doing that, there is no excuse for him not to do it. So don't take the excuse. Don't deal with the excuse. Don't justify the excuse. Force the man to level up or bounce. Love you, queens. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Make sure you follow All Queens Army on Instagram. We are also on Facebook at All Queens Army. You can connect with us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, and SoundCloud, as well as www.allqueensarmy.com. And if you want to comment on the podcast, you can certainly reach out to me at Breizy at allqueensarmy.com. And that's Breizy. I am out. I love you, queens. I hope to talk to you very soon and hope you guys have a blessed day.
Thank you for listening to the All Queens Army podcast. If you want to connect with Breizy Time and the All Queens Army, be sure to follow them on IG and Facebook at All Queens Army. Or head over and check out the All Queens Army YouTube channel. Until next time.